Thank you. So I'm a professor of sociology at Yale University in the School of the Environment, which is somewhat unique. I'm not in the sociology department, but I won't get into that. My research and teaching investigates how different human societies understand the natural world and focus specifically on climate and integral ecology. And most of my research blends ethnographic field work with large-scale text analysis and network science. My journey into sociology was somewhat of a winding road. I began with an interest actually in philosophy, and I did my bachelor's in philosophy. I'm from a small town in Wyoming, rural Wyoming. The entire state is rural, so that's somewhat redundant. I had a friend who was going to school, a small school in Oklahoma, down by some native reservations, and I ended up following him there. And I was first in my family to go to college, but freshman year we were forced to read Dante, and so I read that, and that changed my life forever. I did went into philosophy, but then did a MDiv in sociology of religion at Princeton from there, and then my PhD in sociology. So a lot of what I do is trying to empirically measure things that I learned really at my bachelor's degree relative to epistemology, moral philosophy, and such. And so I'll kind of give you a few examples. My first book really tried to dig into the root causes of environmental conflict, digging beneath the economic and the technical aspects that dominate many conversations. So I employed large-scale text analysis and did a couple years of field work as well, and I tried to blend those two methods. More recently, though, I've been working on climate science and climate misinformation. A few years ago, I organized a workshop here on truth and post-truth society and brought in scholars in communications and different fields to discuss that. And currently, I'm collaborating with some colleagues and students on several projects related to indigenous land dispossession. I presented some of this work last year at the Academy when we met on the topic of decolonization. And so the work here really tries to quantify and analyze the historical and ongoing challenges faced by Native tribes in what's now the U.S., in my case, highlighting socio-environmental injustices they continue to endure. And then I'm right now embarking and doing a lot of grant writing for a large project, 5-year project on cultural orientations towards time and how that shapes understanding of climate. And so working on that right now. But I want to express just my heartfelt gratitude to you all, especially to President Alford and past President Zmagny, Cardinal Turkson, and of course, Holy Father, Pope Francis. It's more than just an honor. I think it's an obligation and a responsibility that I don't take lightly. Thank you.